The times where I didn't have a lot of vision in my life, I would spend a lot of time drinking, partying, and playing video games. And although those things were fun in the moment and fine in moderation, I was ultimately pretty unfulfilled. So today we're talking about why it's so important to have vision in your life for your career, your life, and just generally your sense of fulfillment. So hey, what's up family? My name is Mitch. If you're new here, I'm a coach helping you create a life, job, and impact that aligns with who you uniquely are because you are awesome, my friend. So what is vision? What is having a vision? A vision is what you want for yourself, for your life, for your career, for your community and the world at large. And having an image of that, having a description of that you're actually moving towards. And it always surprises me how little some people think about what they're moving into, what they're creating with their lives, the people they're trying to become. But at the same time, it can be a little bit daunting as well. Jordan Peterson talks about how a lot of people don't create a vision for their life because as soon as they have a vision, as soon as they have a goal that they're moving towards, suddenly there is a measurement of failure. There is something that if they don't achieve that, they will have failed. Without having clarity on your vision, there is no risk because life can be anything. And so there can't be any failure if there is no goal. But as people, as humans, we are goal-seeking animals. We enjoy growth and moving towards things, and we find that very fulfilling. But I will say one thing before I get in my points on why vision is so important, and that is that while having no vision isn't great, having the wrong vision is worse. So if you have a vision for your life, if you have a trajectory and something you're moving towards that was picked for you by someone else other than yourself, or that society is imposing on you and you don't ultimately find that exciting and fulfilling and something that you want to move towards, then you're on a path towards something that you don't want. So that is actually worse than having no vision at all. So make sure when you're designing your vision that it aligns with your values, your personality, and what you actually want in life. And then when you get there, you'll actually enjoy that experience. So the 3 reasons why vision is so important in your life. The first one is it pushes us forward. Dr. John Demartini says that the vitality of your life is directly correlated to the clarity of your vision. Because when we don't have a vision, there's nothing to move towards. There's nothing to create. There's no real reason to do anything outside of our immediate short-term pleasures. And in the long run, those things aren't very fulfilling. And what is fulfilling is creating a rich life and a life that we are proud of and that we love to be inside of. Another really great part about vision is it actually gives meaning to the difficult things in our lives, the things that we don't enjoy as much. There's so many things that I hate to do and that I'm just not good at. But when those things align to my vision, when I see a purpose to those things because they're a natural stepping stone to get to something that I want to do, or it allows me to the space to do what I want to do, then suddenly those things are far more enjoyable, or at least you can tolerate the displeasure of doing them. A good example of this is if you were in a job that you hated, but you were building a side project, a business on the side, and that was something that you found really fulfilling, suddenly that job that you hate is providing you stability and financial support while you're building this thing. So even though you don't like it, it's not some dead-end thing that you hate and you feel stuck there. It's something that serves a purpose in you being able to actually follow what you do want. So having a vision turns some of the more negative aspects to our experience of life into positive, essential steps on our journey. When we don't have a vision, we feel directionless because there's nothing we're heading towards. We feel like we're just drifting with life and at the mercy of life instead of claiming it and going and creating what you actually want. And when we have a vision, we can begin aligning with that person that is enacting that vision, that version of us, and start up-leveling and growing and becoming that person. There's this common phrase that I really love, and it says, if you're not embarrassed by the person you are 2 years ago, then something's wrong. Because if you're looking back 2 years ago and you're like, oh, that guy's the exact same as I am today, then you haven't grown, you haven't done anything, you haven't tried anything new. All those things, you should be doing something every year that you should look back on and be like, wow, that was dumb. Because doing that helps you learn, helps you grow, helps you become the person you want to become. As people, we like to see progress. We like to see that we're moving towards things. And so having a vision gives us something to measure ourselves with, gives us something to tick off things along the way and actually move in a direction rather than just being scattered and stagnant where we are. Hey, if you're liking this so far, I would really appreciate if you could like and subscribe. It really helps in us getting this out to more people. I'll let you get back to it. The second part about vision is that it not only moves you forward, but it prevents you from moving backwards. You know, we probably all have elements of ourselves and our habits and behaviors that we're not completely happy with, and we could see that those things could be improved, whether that be our mindset or, you know, our physical behaviors. I'm not sure where this quote comes from, but it says, "A man without a vision will always return to his past." When we don't have something that is pushing us forward, is actually giving us a reason to change these things that we want to change, it's too easy to return back to our past because the past is comfortable, the past is known. But comfortable isn't enjoyable, comfortable is just easy. Comfortable isn't ultimately what is fulfilling. So when we're trying to move forward in life and we're trying to create new habits, better ourselves and do things that we've never done before, having a vision that allows us to actually move towards something and gives everything a purpose, a point, prevents us from backtracking and doing what is easy and going back to our old ways, because there's a reason why we need to level up. In my own life, when I try to bring in new habits or level up or do new things, it's pretty common where I don't get it right the first time. I often fail. But when I didn't have a vision, I would often give up. There was no point for me to continue. If things failed, it would just be like, yeah, okay, that's not for me, and I would give up. Whereas when I have something now that I'm moving towards, that I'm trying to create, that I'm trying to build, I fail all the time still in like building new habits and like doing new things, but I never give up because I know that those things are serving an ultimate purpose. And so that when I'm trying to build things in and they're not working, it's just about asking, okay, how do I get this to work? And the third and final part of why vision is so important in your life is that people can support you to get there. When you don't know what you want for your life, when you don't know where you're heading, you'll go through life and you'll have conversations with people and just sort of be like, yeah, I'm doing this at the moment and don't really know what I'm doing next. And yeah, that's sort of what you'll say. But when you're really crystal clear on what you want to create, what you want to do, who you are and who you want to become, people are actually like generally really helpful, and people want to help you, particularly if they are further down the road. They want to bring people along and share in their success. And so when you have a vision and you can communicate that to people, people can support you in getting there. They can open up their networks. They can give you that next stepping stone that completely breaks open how you can go about doing that. When I was doing a lot of research on my target market, I was speaking to someone that was saying this was actually like one of the biggest things for him was getting really clear on what he wanted to do with his life and where he was going. Opened up so many crazy doors, and he was speaking to people and they would, you know, refer him to someone else to refer him to someone else. And then suddenly he's talking to someone that's like the head of their field. And it was an incredible opportunity that really expanded his whole career. And I've experienced this as well. When I've communicated that I really want to be a coach, I really want to work with people on finding their purpose and helping people that didn't have a lot of clarity about what they want to do to really find what they want to do and move powerfully towards that. People love to think about, oh, I know this guy that he does a similar thing, you guys should definitely connect. Or, you know, oh, my friend has this job that blah, blah, blah. It's really common experience that when you communicate what it is you're moving towards, people really want to help. And not just really want to help, people become advocates for you as well, because when you're working towards a vision and you're doing something with real passion and purpose, and you really have drive to create this thing, there's a difference in how you're showing up to do that as well. So people don't just see you as someone that's casually going about this, but you're someone that's really driven to go about getting that thing. I've just actually had experience in my life where, I have part-time work on the side while I'm building this coaching business, and I've got someone in my life that can see a value alignment and see that I'm really passionate about what I want to create. And so they're always offering me, jobs and referring me clients and like doing things that are like incredibly supportive of me, and I can't be thankful enough. And it's all because I'm really clear on what I actually want to create, and he can see there's a value alignment there and that he wants me to get there. So that was it on why vision is so important for your career, life, and just general fulfillment. If this has sounded like something that you do want to create in your life, a bit more clarity on your vision, then please get in contact with me. I'm doing this to create that impact and I want to help people. So if any of this has resonated with you, then let's jump on a free call and I would love to support you in whatever way I can. If you haven't already, check out my quick mini series that I just made on how to reliably hit your goals. And until next time, I will see you in the next one. Peace.